but you don't feel like a knockout is there. When they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side. He will score. Touchdown. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
56, 56. Alert.
To the air, Allen. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Chandler on second down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ty Chandler.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Vikings have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down. It's Butler. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Gray on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Gray. He finds his man. Complete. That's Banks. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll try the left side. Butler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Butler making the catch.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They run it with Chandler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back to throw is Gray. Looking to throw on 2nd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smart.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Gray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Gray to throw on 2nd down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Gray throwing on 3rd and long.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Allen. Flushed out right.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gray. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. Thank you. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Butler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
67 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, it's Butler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Gray now, off the play fake. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on third and long. Gray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. Now a give right side. Butler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Up the middle they go. It's Butler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Allen now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the...
Alert, alert, alert.
Now Allen again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's Chandler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Here's Gray on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Banks.
He's got room past the 30.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Butler, and he is going to lose yardage here. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run on first down. Butler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down now. It's Butler. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Back to throw is Gray. Throwing on 3rd and long.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Up the middle they go. Butler.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
On second down, it's Butler. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Gray looking to throw on second down. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. He's got a man, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Vikings are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Room here to run. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch.